All right, I'm going to show you guys today how to connect your s'more to your ParentLink, okay? And I am sorry that this is just a little bit late. I had surgery on Tuesday and had some complications, so I wasn't able to make this earlier, hence I look the way I do. So you can see my screen, or should be able to. And so I have ParentLink pulled up, or the portal pulled up on one side, and I have s'more. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make my newsletter. So I'm just going to pick a newsletter that I have already made last year. We have a pro version license for a team so that we can have a branding kit with our colors in it. And then I can have 10 people who have access to make different types of newsletters, because we have an elementary, middle, and high school. They make their individual newsletters, and then we link them all to one newsletter. So more or less, that's the week at a glance. Let me pick one that's student newsletter. We'll just pick this one, April 15th. Okay, so this is what we sent out on April 18th. And it goes to all students, staff, parents. So the main page is for everybody, and then we have a linked newsletter for elementary school, middle school, high school, graduation information, counselor's corner, which has, like all of our things that normal counselor corners have for scholarships, and then we have our esports newsletter. All right, so I've made this, I have published it, and now I have this copy link over here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that link so that it stays on my clipboard. Another thing that you need to know is that if you put in alternative text for pictures when you are, let me just go in here so I can show you. If I'm putting this in here, I want to put some sort of alternative text here, because that will be translated into 100 and some languages on the website, right? It's not going to translate the static image, but if you put alternative text down here, then it will translate that for families. So when they hover over it, if they press translate, the alternative text will then turn into their language. I went ahead and said this is the WPS bond information. I put the website because if they go to that bond website, it is translated into a lot of languages for them as well. So you're done. You publish your newsletter, right? It's going to publish it. Awesome. Now I can get that link. It's the same link. Okay, so I'm going to want that. Then I'm going to come over to here, and I am in the portal. You can go into your settings in the portal, and you can make them small enough that you can see all of them at one time. I reorder mine in what I use the most, but then I also put ParentLink down here. I start at the bottom so that it's easy for me to find. So it does have a little bit of a different look this year. And we're just going to go here to messages. Okay, so normally I send these out at 6 o'clock every Saturday night. That gives parents an extra day on Sunday in case their kid forgot that they need poster board. It gives them Sunday to get ready for the week. So I'm going to title this, like I do every single one, the EIA Saturday newsletter. Right, and then I'm just going to send this to myself because I don't want this to go to everybody else. So I'm going to put that there. Okay. So normally, you would send it to whomever. So today we're going to send this at, what time is it now? 10:30. So we're going to say, I'm going to say 10:33. So we're going to schedule that. All right. So I have this. Now I'm going to go to the email section. All right. We have this s'more button right here, which is really nice because this is going to integrate seamlessly to the newsletter that you created. All right. The first time that you come in here, you won't have anything here. Since I've already connected my account through ParentLink, it's going to show them to me. It shows things up here, but I don't trust that those are the ones that are my final edits. So I always go to create a newsletter. This is what you will see the first time you log in. It'll say connect. Do you want to connect your s'more to ParentLink? Yes, you do. You're going to have to sign into s'more. So I'm going to continue as myself to s'more. I can make the newsletter from here, but I don't like doing that. I like to have it all ready to go so that I don't have any mistakes on it before I do that. So then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to search for the one. I wanted the one that was April 18th. This one is April 18th. So I'm going to click on it. All right, so this is showing you what it's going to look like when you send this newsletter out in an email. This is what is going to show in the email. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to make sure that we can see everything in it. That's awesome. Everything's there. We got the links at the bottom. So I'm going to say send newsletter. So it is now seamlessly going to embed that newsletter into the email that I'm sending through ParentLink. Okay, so let me make this a little bigger. So it's in here. So here's the thing. This will not be able to have changes made to it once you embed it. So don't embed it until it's completely done. Because if you make a change after you send this out, it will not update the email. It will update the link, but it will not update the email. So make sure that you have everything that you need done correctly. Now on the text message, we all know that this comes from the same number. So we're going to put our school like we always do. We're going to say Saturday newsletter. And then I'm just going to Control V because I already copied that link from over here. I'm going to Control V. Now, when parents, students, whoever we're sending this to, if they have a phone number in there that allows text messages, they're going to get this and it is going to allow them to just click on the link from their phone and view the newsletter. It's so nice. All right. So now we have the text message. We have the email embedded, so we're going to go ahead and send it. It'll be in my email here in just a minute because that's what we did. All right, so the other thing is with S'more, you can view the analytics, right? So we know that 60% of our users are accessing their email or accessing the newsletter from their phones, 40% from desktop. So usually that's our teachers. And that is our students, our younger students who don't have cell phones, but they do have their device for virtual school. I don't upload email addresses into S'more because they're already in ParentLink. And it will also tell you where in the world people are viewing your newsletter. So then I'm going to pull up hold on, let me get my email pulled up. And should be coming here in just a second. We're just waiting for it to show up. All right, so there's my newsletter. It's going to be really big up here. All right, so, and it is embedded. This is what it looks like when it sends out to parents. Usually it won't be this big because I have a really, really, really big screen. There we go. So this is what it will look like if I want to pop it out. Here's the newsletter that I sent to myself, but this would have gone to everybody that I sent it to. I also got it on my phone as a link, so then I can also link it there. So really all you have to do is create a message, and once you create that message, you go to the email and you just press the S'more button. And the first time that you have to connect S'more to ParentLink, it can be a little tricky. If you need help, you can give me a call, share your screen. I can help you work through that. But it has been really nice to be able to have that as a website. I also highly encourage creating a new newsletter each week instead of recycling the same link. Because when parents need to go back to get information, that is now changed if you use the same link every single week. So I just duplicate my newsletter so that I can keep the old newsletter, and then I have a new newsletter copy, and I can go in and just make adjustments to it. Sometimes you want things in there 2 weeks in a row, so you don't have to remake them if you just duplicate them. If you do duplicate them, let me show you how you can do that easily so that you know which one. So you go up to options, you press duplicate. It's going to create a copy, but it's going to name it the same thing. The way that you change the title, you can come in here and change this to July 17th or 16th. Press done. That's the first thing I always do. I do that and I change my date. so that I'm going to see that. I'm going to publish it. So then when I go back to my newsletter page, it still has the same information, but at least it has a different name. You can also rename it right here on the newsletter card if you want to when you duplicate it. But I like to go in and make sure that I've changed the actual date on here because that's something that sometimes I forget how to do. But anyway, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know, and I can try and help you. Thanks.